discuss everything the Braves do this week, which hopefully will be a couple of wins. They come into the break sitting at 5-3 in the conference. Fourth place above kind of a slew of teams right there in the middle, all at 4-4. Both Braves were able to participate in holiday tournaments, and then the men's team had a couple exhibition games besides that. So we do have some results to catch up on since our last broadcast. Now the women's team last played a KCAC game back on December 13th. That was a little over 3 weeks ago. They last played in Wichita against Friends University, came incredibly close to handing the Falcons their first conference loss. They took a lead with about 3 minutes left, just under 3 minutes left. The game was tied with about a minute to go, but an untimely turnover would end up sinking the upset bid, and that Friends full court press, especially with Shan Sellers back there just tormenting the guard, can be tough to deal with, and especially when they really turn it up at the end of a game, when it's tied or when they're down, it can be tough to hold on to the ball, and unfortunately, OU did turn it over, and that would be the end of that upset bid. But again, they showed that they are able to hang with anybody in this conference, between the way they played Tabor right before that, who is tied for second in the conference with Kansas Wesleyan, and then the way they battled Friends down the stretch. This OU women's team is capable of playing with anyone in this conference, and they've proven that through the first 8 games. But at any rate, after KCAC play ended for 2016, they got about a week off before playing again in a much warmer climate in Las Vegas for the Hoopla tournament. And their first game there was a tough matchup against a 9-2 Wayland Baptist squad that has received votes at times in the top 25 poll. So a very solid group to go against, and they were in that game the whole way, much the same as they were against both Tabor and Friends. They had a fourth quarter lead, just like they did against Tabor and Friends. But Wayland kind of went off in that fourth quarter, scored, I believe, 30 points in just the fourth quarter alone to come up with that win. But it was just another case where OU proved that, no matter how good their opponent is, they're able to hang in with anybody, and they're not intimidated by anyone. And the next day they had not just a 24-hour turnaround, but actually the first game was an evening game, and the second one was in the afternoon, so it was less than 24 hours. So a very quick turnaround. They had to play Northwestern Ohio, a team that I saw down in Orange Beach, Alabama, and their women's soccer team for the national tournament there, where I believe they made it to the semifinals. Their basketball team struggling a little more this year. The Braves were able to turn things around and take down Northwestern Ohio with a 15-point victory, 66-51. So they got to end that trip to Vegas on a positive note, which is always important. You don't want to, especially with the build-up going to a place like Las Vegas, where I know a lot of the players had never been. There was a lot of excitement. I know I heard the players talking about it a lot. So you hate to go to a place like that with that much build-up, where you're looking forward to it, and then you drop both games. Fortunately, that was not the case with OU. They played very well against Northwestern Ohio in that second game. Across the 2 days, freshman Jenna Kramer put up a total of 32 points. And then, of course, you got the Burlington Bomber, Maddie Stewart, put up 42, averaging 21 a game across the 2 days. So a great tournament for the senior, continuing a great season. She's third in KCAC in points per game. And, of course, one of only 11 players in OU women's basketball history to score over 1,000 points in her career. So Maddie Stewart looking to put an exclamation point on her career here in the it's a little more than half of the season, but since we've got the new year dividing it up, we'll call the second half of the season here. But Ashley Romig had a great tournament as well, 27 points, 19 rebounds, and 6 blocks between those 2 games. And so maintaining that her status as OU's rim protector, making it difficult for teams to score inside. It was a chance for them to go on the road in new surroundings, play teams that they're not accustomed to, and play some quality basketball. And that's exactly what they were able to do. Now, that last game was 16 days ago. They have not faced an actual opponent on the court since December 20th. So just a little to rewind a little bit before that, they had the loss to Friends, and they played Tabor, who was ranked 11th at that point. I believe Friends has now jumped Tabor in the standings, since they're still undefeated in KCAC play. But before that Tabor game, I said that those two upcoming games against Tabor and Friends are now combined 15-1 in KCAC play, that those two games were that was their chance to cement themselves as one of the teams to beat in this conference, that they weren't just kind of in the middle of the pack with all those 4-4 teams that I mentioned earlier. They could prove that they were right up there with anyone else, and that 5-1 record at that point wasn't just a product of an easier schedule early on. And why they didn't get the wins in both those games, I definitely feel like they showed that they're on a level with both those ranked teams. I mean, obviously with losing by narrow margins, but anytime you're up on a team late in the fourth quarters, that were both those games, you can't really take that away from them as being right there on par with the opponent. They just weren't able to get the W. So they faced adversity and hung tight right through both those games, did everything they could, but end up putting it in the win column. Now that the holiday break is over and they're looking at the back end of the schedule and 14 games left, the Braves are sitting at 5-3, again all alone at fourth in the conference, and 2 games behind Tabor and Wesleyan if they want to try and catch up to those two teams. So while they showed they can hang in with anyone, losing those games basically all but eliminated the margin for error. So if they want to climb back to the top of the standings with those big 3, Friends, Tabor, and Wesleyan, they can't drop games. They don't really have any business dropping, and that starts tonight. Now, it's not to say that St. Mary's a pushover. They're not at all. They're sitting at 4-4, and they're the only team to beat Kansas Wesleyan in conference play so far. You might remember that OU struggled, especially in the second half, on the road against Wesleyan. This is a team that was able to beat that squad. However, they've also lost Oklahoma Wesleyan to Oklahoma Wesleyan, right? So a team that OU was able to beat handily on the road, and they lost to Sterling, who OU also beat on the road. The other 2 losses were to Tabor and Friends, but both were by single digits. So the Flyers aren't a team to be taken lightly, but they have shown some inconsistency, especially here in conference play. But here in Wilson Fieldhouse, this needs to be a W if the Braves want to stay with those big 3 at the top of the conference and maintain that separation with sort of the middle of the pack. We'll take a quick break here, and then we'll be back to talk a little about this St. Mary team that OU will be facing tonight. You're listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show here on KOFO Sports.
Pam Miller of Ottawa recently hired Wise Guys Construction.
We had a home that was nice quality, but it was very dated, and so we had them go in and do some extensive remodeling.
The lines of communication during the project were always open.
They did a good job of making the stressful situation much less.
The results exceeded expectation.
We're very pleased. They did a really beautiful quality job. I would recommend Wise Guys.
Whether it's residential, commercial, or restoration construction you need, be Wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, 229-5651.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse and the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. Once again, I'm David Potter with KOFO. Just in case you forgot me over the holiday break, here to bring you the 2017 version of the season for the OU Braves. Hopefully they can continue the positive play they showed across the first couple of months with a winning record in KCAC play through 8 games with 14 to go. And of course, tonight's opponent is St. Mary. And looking at St. Mary, the thing that jumps out to me as being the scariest part of this team is that they have done an excellent job of forcing turnovers. And while turning it over has probably been the biggest thorn in the Braves' side this year. Now, offensively, the Spires shoot a fair amount of threes, but hit only 32% of them. But they do score very efficiently inside the arc. As a team, they shoot 42% from the floor overall compared to OU's 40%. But then the flip side of that is they allow opponents to shoot 44%, where the Braves have played great field goal defense, allowing just a 36-point rate from the floor. So the Spires are a good offensive team, but they're running into the top shooting defense in the KCAC. So something's got to give one way or another, and we've seen OU lock down two potent offenses in Friends and Tabor in back-to-back games. So hopefully that's an indication of which way things will break. This is an OU team that will guard and won't let up. And again, they've got Ashley Romig, one of the conference's top shot blockers. In fact, the conference's top shot blocker, and Ashley Romig, who can make things difficult for anyone who tries to get the ball into the lane and try and get easy looks at the basket and easy layups. If this ends up being a close one at the end, free throws could be big. OU is hitting 76% at the line, good for a third in the conference, whereas the Spires are hitting just 69%. So that could be big if this one ends up close. OU, so far this season, has been much more effective at the free throw stripe than St. Mary has. Now, the two main players you'll hear about tonight for St. Mary are Candy De Los Reyes and Imani White. They're the two top scorers on the team with 15 and 14 points per game, respectively. But perhaps more importantly, they are second and third in the conference in steals per game. We saw how Shan Sellers from Friends was able to really just terrorize the passing lanes against this team in Wichita. And later turnovers would prove to be the difference between a win and a loss. In that one, the Braves will need to be very aware of where De Los Reyes and White are when they are working around the perimeter to avoid careless turnovers. You've got to be crisp with your passes, hold on to the ball with two hands, and something the team has not always been focused on is after you grab a rebound, you've got to hold on to the ball with two hands with authority and look for where you're going to go with it afterwards. We've seen a few too many turnovers where the team gets the rebound defensively and then seems to lose focus of the ball while they look for an outlet to pass it to, and it just gets knocked away. They're going to have to take good care of the ball because this Spires team has a couple of players who are more than willing to swat it away and get the steal. Now, offensively, De Los Reyes can score from 2 or 3-point range, and they'll have to pay close attention to her no matter where she is on the court. Imani White has only attempted 4 threes all year, so she does her damage inside the arc. And it may be an opportunity for Ashley Romig to try and affect some of those shots in the paint where she likes to take her shots. She does hit over half from inside the 3-point line. She's hit 2 of her 4 threes, but again, only 4 threes through 14 games. Probably not something you need to worry about her. You don't need to worry about her trying to bomb from 3-point territory too much. Now, she does like to attack the rim, and she gets to the free throw line a lot as a result. She's shot over 100 free throws this year, but kind of a mediocre shooter from the stripe, sitting at just 65% for the season. So that's below the team average and well below OU's team average. So she's not deadly from the free throw line, but if you let her continually get into the lane and get looks at the basket up close, she will draw a lot of fouls, and she will start to compile points that way. So you definitely have to be aware of her as an offensive threat as well. So that's the scouting report on St. Mary. Just kind of an update on where things sit with this OU Braves team. Of course, Maddie Stewart leading the way in scoring. Again, the third leading scorer in the conference, 16.1 points per game. She's hitting 38% of her threes, 43% from the floor overall, and playing 34 minutes a game. So she is a vital part of this OU team and has been her whole career, really. Also a valuable rebounder, chipping in 6.5 boards per game. She'll block a shot every now and then, about a steal and a half per game. So she's not just limited to being an offensive player. She does a little bit of everything for this team. So it'll be important for her to avoid foul trouble, stay on the court as much as possible, and try and help get that offense into rhythm. Then we mentioned Ashley Romig a couple of times, the leading shot blocker in the conference. Also, Chipstead Baker's dozen, 13.2 points per game, and then 8.5 rebounds. But also 15 steals on the season, so about a steal per game as well. So she's a presence inside both offensively and defensively, and can be tough to handle for teams that don't have as equipped a post players as she is. She can step out beyond the arc on occasion. She's only done it 10 times. She's made 3 of them. She's certainly not someone you can just leave all alone from three-point range, but that's not a big part of her game. And the other main scorer for the Braves is Kaylee Williams, a senior out of California, 13.1 points per game, so just behind Ashley Romig. She's also the team leader in steals with 30, almost 2 steals per game. The one thing she does need to watch out for is the 58 turnovers this season. That is a team high and not a category you want to be leading the team in. But when you're like Kaylee and you do attack the basket a lot, you put the ball on the floor a lot, you're going to get some turnovers. That's inevitable. So you don't put that all on her, but definitely want to make sure for the whole team that they take care of the ball tonight. We'll take another break, and then we'll be back with the end of the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. You're listening to OU Braves basketball on KOFO.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
The KOFO DIY Supply Home and Garden Expo is set for Saturday and Sunday, March 4th and 5th. Vendor registrations are now being accepted. As a merchant, this is your chance to showcase your products and services, meet your customers, share important information about your business. Plus, as a participating merchant, you are guaranteed a consistent advertising campaign promoting your business, your merchandise, and when you will be at the expo. Contact KOFO now. Email at KOFO.com or call 785-242-1220. The KOFO DIY Supply Home and Garden Expo, 8:30 to 4 Saturday, March 4th, 11 until 3 Sunday, March 5th at the ORC Goppert Building in Ottawa. Get your registration in today, and the KOFO marketing team can help with booth preparation and product display, space rental fee, and promotion. Just email sales at KOFO.com or call 785-242-1220.
All right, and so that will do it for the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. They're about to announce the starting lineup, so we will be back with the tip-off after this last break. You've been listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show here on KOFO. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with tip-off here in Wilson Fieldhouse.
Thank you for listening to the Wise Guys Construction Braves basketball pregame show. Tip-off is next on KOFO. You know Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa as the premier residential and commercial construction company. But did you know they also provide full repair for fire and flood restoration? Here's Bill Crowley, owner of Wise Guys Construction.
We offer full turnkey services, from cleaning and drying to the repairs of your project. We're an insurance preferred contractor. When disaster strikes, experience matters.
When it comes to your residential, commercial, or restoration needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, 785-229-5651.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by State Farm Insurance agent Ryan Dispro, Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa University, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, Kramer Pharmacy, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Cosentino's Price Chopper, State Farm Insurance agent Keith King, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, People's Bank, Advantage Electric, Quality Structures Incorporated, and Maxwell Chiropractic. Now let's rejoin KOFO's David Potter, courtside for Ottawa University Braves basketball.
Go from Wilson Fieldhouse. We've got the typical starting lineup out there for the Braves. Freshman Jenna Kramer, freshman Kelsey Hendricks, two primary ball handlers. Then you've got senior Kaylee Williams, senior Maddie Stewart, and then senior Ashley Romig, who tips the ball to Maddie Stewart to get this one started. We are underway here in Ottawa. 2017 OU Braves basketball has begun. Kaylee Williams with the ball out on the left wing. Uses a screen from Romig, passes it off to Hendricks, takes a step in, nice backdoor cut by Ashley Romig, lays it in. The Braves are up 2-0 early. So go to full court man-to-man defense. Kaylee Williams pressuring the primary ball handlers, and errant pass. They force the turnover. They come out with an aggressive defense. Not something we see all the time from OU, especially not early on in the game. It certainly threw St. Mary off as they turn it over. Now they find Kaylee Williams all alone on the other side of the court for a long full court pass, but she misses the layup as they are able to recover and put some pressure on it. Looks like a travel out on the left wing. Dragged the pivot foot, no call. Now they work it into Tate underneath. She misses from short range. As Kiera Tate for St. Mary. Missing on the layup. Maddie Stewart over to Hendricks at the top of the key. Man-to-man defense by St. Mary. Uses the screen by Ashley Romig to go to her right. Now finds Jenna Kramer underneath the basket. Goes for the reverse layup. Misses. Now the ball loose. Romig diving for it. Looked like she might have forced the jump ball, but didn't have possession for quite long enough. Now Maddie Stewart jumps into the passing lane. She's got the steal, looking to pass it inside. Now she's going to take it herself. Spin move. And one. She gets it to fall. Spins to her left, goes up with her left hand off the backboard and in. And so she'll go to the line where she is an 80% free throw shooter. The Braves with an attacking defense so far here, coming out of the gate, and St. Mary has not handled the pressure well. And Maddie Stewart's free throw is good. It's a 5-0 lead, about a minute 20 into the game. They'll stick with that full court pressure. Schweitzer into the lane, now sticks it over to Kiera Tate, and she has it stolen by Kaylee Williams. Williams looking to drive, goes to coast, goes up and off the glass and in. The Braves are up 7-0. And St. Mary needs a timeout to regroup after this OU defense has just suffocated them through the first 2 minutes. We'll take a quick 30-second break and then be back to Wilson Fieldhouse. It's 7-0 here on KOFO.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055. Ransom Memorial Hospital Cancer Care, your cancer-fighting team, is open and accepting patients. For a personalized care experience, call 785-229-8203. Online at ransom.org or at 1301 South Main Street, Ottawa. RMH Cancer Care, close to home, close to your heart.
And welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse. We've already got a substitution for St. Mary as Paige Shekel comes on, a freshman out of Garnett right here in the KOFO listening area. Now, errant pass almost stolen by Hendricks. Now it is stolen by Maddie Stewart. So this OU defense is suffocating St. Mary, and they don't have any passing lanes to work with. Here's pass back to Hendricks at the top of the key, behind the timeline, now working it over to her right, kicks it over to Maddie Stewart, had the three, passed it up to get it inside to Ashley Romig, can't quite handle the pass, it's knocked away, out of bounds, last touch by the Spires. The Braves will throw it in underneath their own basket. Underneath the St. Mary basket. Hendricks throw it in, has had Maddie Stewart for a second, couldn't quite get it to her. Kramer is going to work it inside to Romig, tries to go up with it, knocked away initially, then goes up off the glass and misses. Now it's coming back the other way. Here's Kelsey Schweitzer, drives with the left hand. Going to be a travel before the shot. So another turnover by St. Mary. The OU defense continues to come up big. They have not allowed a point yet. Now St. Mary going to go into a full court trap. Now OU doing a great job breaking the press. Romig misses the shot from point blank range under some pressure. Then couldn't quite grab her own rebound, but now it's coming back the other way. Schweitzer at the top of the key, kicks it over to Amani White. White on the left wing, looks to drive, now gets to the basket, misses her shot. Romig with the rebound, wraps both arms around it to protect it, gives it to Hendricks. She'll walk it up the court as St. Mary's back to the defense off. Still 7-0 Braves with Maddie Stewart at the top of the key. Stewart fakes the handoff to Kaylee Williams. Now she's going to look to drive, kicks it out to Kramer over to a wide open Kaylee Williams at the top of the key for three. 10-0 Ottawa Braves. Williams was left wide open right at the top of the key and found nothing but net on that shot. Double-digit lead, 6:40 to go still in the first quarter. Here's Ashley Hinkle, the point guard, trying to set things up for St. Mary's. She'll take it over to Cassidy Herbert. Back to Hinkle. Now she looks to drive. Maddie Stewart closes out. Good defense. It was an air ball, and the last touch by St. Mary goes out of bounds. You're going to see Ashley Romig get a quick breather as it'll be Leslie Spear coming on for her, the 5'11 junior out of Dighton, Kansas. Here's the throw-in, stolen by St. Mary. Point-blank shot, it rolls in. So they get the steal off the inbound, and Kelsey Schweitzer able to get the easy shot. And now, as Hendricks tries to break that full-court pressure, she steps on the line out of bounds. So a turnover of their own. It's 10-2. They'll back off and play half-court defense. Hendricks waiting for Hinkle at mid-court. Hinkle will swing it over to Amani White. White looks to drive and step back, takes a long two, inefficient shot, and she misses. Hendricks with the rebound for OU. That's it over to Kaylee Williams on the right side. Swings it to Jenna Kramer. Kramer into the lane, gets it knocked away, and it's stolen. Paige Shekel with the steal, and another OU turnover. 2 straight possessions. And here's the drive and miss. Maddie Stewart with the rebound. She'll get it over to Hendricks. Take it the rest of the way up the court. Got 2 seconds to get it across half court. She does. And working to her right. Now swings it back over to Kaylee Williams at the top of the key. Fakes the three. Now she looks to drive. Gets into the lane. And good. Nice move by Kaylee Williams. Drew her defender off guard with the shot fake. Then cut into the lane. They go back to the full court man-to-man. And here's drive by Kelsey Schweitzer. Kicks it out to Cassidy Herbert for three. Got it. Cuts into the OU lead. Makes it 12-5. About halfway through the first quarter, Kaylee Williams swings it over to Maddie Stewart. Had the open three. Didn't take it. Now she looks to drive to her left. Now, nice backdoor cut by Kaylee Williams. Stewart finds her for the assist. Williams lays it up and in. 9 points now for Kaylee Williams. Almost got a steal. And here's White looking to drive. Good job maintaining verticality there by Leslie Spear, affecting the shot without fouling. They're going to kick it out to Hinkle. They find Herbert underneath the basket. It's blocked. Blocked by Spear, and Maddie Stewart ends up with the ball. She takes it down the court. Picks up her dribble at the top of the key under some pressure. Now she'll kick it out to Jenna Kramer on the right side. Kramer looks to drive, gets a bump before she goes up for the layup. It's going to be a foul on the floor. You're going to see a flurry of substitutions now for both teams. As Jessica King, Melanie Romig, and Ashley Romig will all come on. It's Hendricks, Spear, Stewart, and Kramer all coming off. So Parker actually came on for OU as well. Haley Williams, the only starter remaining on the court right now. She gets the inbound, puts up a three, got it. Nothing but net again. She's got a dozen here in the first quarter. 17-5 Braves. And Candy De Los Reyes is into the game now, but she's out of control. Throws an errant pass stolen by Rashea Parker. Now Haley Williams got the pass. Parker with the assist. Williams up to 14 first quarter points. The Braves up to a 14 first quarter lead. OU sticking with that full court pressure. De Los Reyes Out on the wing, gets it over to Hinkle, swings it over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer finds Imani White at the elbow. She kicks out to De Los Reyes for three, short. Rims out, almost rebounded by King. Romig picked it up, but then had it knocked away. That's where you've got to keep two hands on the ball underneath. You can't catch it and just immediately turn to look to pass as it turns into an easy layup for St. Mary. You've got to have two hands firmly securing that ball after you come down with the rebound. You can't hold on to it like a loaf of bread and look for a place to pass it to. 19-7 now. Still a 12-point lead for the Braves. Here's Melanie Romig looking to drive. Off the glass, a little too hard. Rebounded by St. Mary. Immediately stolen by Kaylee Williams. She goes up, and she is fouled as she misses the layup through the contact. 2:58 to go here in the first quarter. The Braves have 19 points, and Kaylee Williams has 14 of them. They'll go to the line and try and make it a 16-point quarter. It looks like they've got Kramer ready to come in for her once she's done shooting the free throws. First one is good. Williams is a 78% free throw shooter on the year, one of many good free throw shooters the Braves have. 20-7, she'll walk to the line to shoot her second. Got it. Kramer will come in to give her a well-deserved break with 16 points. She's hit 2 threes, 2 free throws, and then 3 from two-point range. Ariane Parker trying to break the trap. Braves really going to a Bob Huggins, West Virginia-esque kind of full-court press here. A different look from the Braves, not something they usually show early on in games. St. Mary swinging it around the perimeter. Now De Los Reyes tries a circus layup on the drive. Misses. Ashley Romig with the rebound. Gets over to Parker. Parker to bring it up. Sets up the offense. Gets it over to Ashley Romig. Kramer wants to get it underneath the King. No room. Melanie Romig at the top of the key now. Defended by De Los Reyes. Here's Parker. Nice entry pass. Down underneath. And one. Jessica King goes up. Finishes through contact. It's 23-7. King, a 58% free throw shooter, so not quite as confident at the stripe. Avery Lumen is going to come on. So is Caitlin Hughes, as Parker and Melanie Romig will come on. So that's two freshmen subbing onto the court for the Braves in Lumen and Hughes. Free throws no good. Rebounded by Kiera Tate. Now here's Ariane Parker looking to take it down. Runs into a double team, has to back it out. Swings it over to De Los Reyes. De Los Reyes backs it out to the three-point line. Now swings it over to Parker. Swings it over to Summer France into the game. De Los Reyes looks to drive, left-handed. Now backs it out. Kicks it over to Kiera Tate. Over to Ariane Parker. She wants to drive. They don't want to shoot the three, but they're not finding anything inside the arc. Now a desperation shot as time expires on the shot clock. Misses, rebounded by Ashley Romig. Lumen to bring it up court. Sends it over to Jenna Kramer on the right side. Tries the entry pass to King, a little too high. Couldn't quite haul it in. And then she's going to be called for a foul as she tries to recover. Coach is telling Kramer to let King set up that seal down low before trying the entry pass. He was a little too quick, didn't allow her to set up post position down there. Still a 16-point lead for the Braves. 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. De Los Reyes finds Kiera Tate on the left side. Back to De Los Reyes. Swings it to Parker. Parker fumbled the ball for a second there. Regains possession. Now here's Tate trying to work it inside. She does. Up for two is a miss by Gabby Hacker. Rebounded by Kramer. She'll kick it over to Caitlin Hughes. Hughes over to Lumen, who sets up the offense. Three freshmen on the court for the Braves right now in Kramer, Lumen, and Hughes. Kramer swings over to Maddie Stewart at the top of the key. He goes for three. The Burlington Bombers strikes again for three. Maddie Stewart has 6 points. It's a 26-7 lead. And another rough pass there by St. Mary, almost turns it over. Braves keeping up the pressure. Trying to work it inside. Here's Kiera Tate. Finds herself trapped down low. And a jump ball called as Ashley Romig was able to get her hands in there. Possession arrow points to St. Mary's, so they'll retain possession. 38.8 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Couldn't have asked for a much better start to this game for the Braves. They're up 19. We're still in quarter number 1. It'll be Candy De Los Reyes throwing it in. She's scoreless. St. Mary's leading scorer on the year. Not been able to strike yet. She didn't start the game. Summer France brings it over to Morgan Brommel, who's newly into the game. Brommel looks to work it inside, and it's stolen by Maddie Stewart. So yet another steal for the Braves. Lumen's going to take it down the court, swings it over to Jenna Kramer on the right side. Back to Maddie Stewart, fakes the three. Now she's going to drive, kicks it back out to a wide-open Jenna Kramer. Misses the three, rebounded by Hughes, or she taps it out to Maddie Stewart. Heads up play by Caitlin Hughes, going up against a much taller player. She tips the rebound out. 8 seconds left on the clock, and Avery Lewin's going to be fouled way out away from the basket by Ariane Parker. 7.4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Going to put them in the bonus, so Lumen will take 2 free throws or look to push this to a 20-point or even a 21-point lead. It's only attempted 13 free throws this year. Hit 7 of them. Let's make it 8 for 14. She hits the first. It's a 20-point game, 27-7. 7.4 seconds to go on the clock here in quarter number 1. Left-hander shoots the second free throw. It's good, 28-7. Parker looking to take it down the court as quickly as she can. Runs weaving in and out of this Ottawa defense, and Maddie Stewart's going to be called for a foul, trying to block that shot from behind. Gabby Hacker got positioned down low. Stewart tried to block a shot from behind, and that's typically going to result in a foul call, and that's exactly what happened. She had to reach around her and got part of her arm on the block attempt. Hacker's first free throw in. Lead back to 20. We have 6/10 of a second to go in the first quarter. Hacker, a 76% free throw shooter. Number 2, rims out, rebounded by Ashley Romig, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. So the Braves off to a heck of a start in 2017, up 28-8 over St. Mary. We will take a break and then be back with the second quarter here in Wilson Fieldhouse. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
To protect your family and plan for your financial future, get to know your Modern Woodman agent.
Hello, I'm Dale Pearson, your Modern Woodman agent in Ottawa, Kansas. Call me today at 242-6566.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse, where the Braves are up 28-8 through one quarter. They came out with a kind of a surprise full court. They alternated between just straight up full court man-to-man and then even a full court trapping defense, which caught St. Mary off guard. They had a lot of trouble getting the ball through the passing lane. OU forced a lot of turnovers there in that first quarter, and it led to a lot of points. 28-8, and Kaylee Williams responsible for 16 of them. And then Maddie Stewart has another 6. And they inbound it to Hendricks. She's going to get it to King. King backing down her defender. Now she kicks it out to Maddie Stewart. Now Kaylee Williams on the right side. She's going to attempt another 3. Got it. She's 3 for 3 from behind the arc. 19 points for Kaylee Williams. And we're not even a minute into the second quarter. 31-8, a 23-point game. Is Amani White trying to break the pressure, kicks it out to an open three-point shooter in the corner, misses. Rebound, they're fighting for it. Offensive board for St. Mary. Wild layup attempt missed. Then a rebound by Kiara Tate. Misses the putback attempt. The Braves have one defensive rebound stripped away again, but then they get the ball back and fouled as St. Mary tries to swipe the ball out a second time. So it's clearly part of the scouting report, watching teams as they play the Braves. They know that they can knock the ball out of players' hands after they get defensive rebounds. You got to use two hands, if not two arms, wrapped around that ball after you pull down the defensive board, because they are looking to slap it away as soon as they get that rebound. Another substitution is Staley Deal will check in for St. Mary. Another freshman entering the game for the Spires. Full court man-to-man defense for the Braves. St. Mary swinging it around. Now they get it out to Hinkle. She had the open three, passed it up, passed it over to Schweitzer, working against Kaylee Williams. And she's going to travel as she switches her pivot foot, trying to spin around Williams. So St. Mary's starting to look a little desperate for offense at this point. Just putting up shots at will and not really taking time to get their feet set, not taking time to really get the right angle on the shot. So the Braves' pressure defense has done exactly what it was designed to do. Here's Kaylee Williams kicking out to Hendricks. Hendricks is going to work it inside to King. King almost has it knocked away. Now she kicks out to Maddie Stewart for three. Under pressure, got it. The Burlington Bomber again with a second three of the game. It's 34-8 as she goes up to 9 points on the day. Kelsey Schweitzer drives, pulls up. Nice little jumper there from 10 feet. Breaks the run for the Braves. But they are up 34-10. Here's Maddie Stewart, the top of the key. A little spin move, looks to work it into the lane. She is fouled. A little too physical on defense there by Amani White. Her second foul of the game, so she may come to the bench as Ashley Romig checks in for Jessica King. Inbound underneath the basket as Hendricks gets it to Ashley Romig, swings it out to Maddie Stewart, could barely haul in that pass. Now gets it back into Romig. Romig can't quite reel it in, and it's going to be a turnover. Now Cassidy Herbert looking to take it coast to coast for St. Mary. She's fouled on the floor. Foul called against Jenna Kramer. That's number 1 on her. Well, they're going to give her a shooting foul. That sends Cassidy Herbert to the line, where she is a 63% free throw shooter. Number 1 is off the front of the rim. No good. Candy De Los Reyes comes back into the game. Still scoreless. The Spires' leading scorer on the season. Free throw number 2 is off target. It's going to be a lane violation going against St. Mary anyway. So the Braves will inbound. Maddie Stewart's throw it in. St. Mary going to full court pressure now. See if they can generate some offense by virtue of their defense. They get it into Ashley Romig, who sends it back to Stewart, who gives it off to the point guard, Hendricks. Hendricks working behind the timeline. Now she'll swing it over to Jenna Kramer. Kramer works it inside to Maddie Stewart. Stewart goes up through some contact. No foul. Now she gets her own rebound and one as she tossed it up way into the air after the foul and got it to fall. High degree of difficulty on that shot, but she's able to finish it, and it's De Los Reyes called for her first foul as Hendricks checks out, and it'll be Rashaya Parker checking in. Maddie Stewart, the free throw is good. She's up to 12 points, so her and Kaylee Williams have been dominant so far, 37-10. 7:18 to go here in quarter number 2. OU sticking with full court man-to-man. Hinkle goes over to De Los Reyes. Finds Kelsey Schweitzer. Schweitzer working around the perimeter. It's Ashley Hinkle. Finds Cassidy Herbert. Has the three if she wants it. She doesn't. Now here's Hinkle from beyond the arc. A couple feet behind the three-point line. She knocks it down. So nice shot there by Ashley Hinkle on her first 3 points of the game. Parker has it knocked away, but able to retrieve it. Now here's Ashley Romig dumping it off to Kaylee Williams underneath the basket, up and in. That's going to be 21 points for her, but Hinkle coming fast the other way, and Ashley Romig blocks, sending that one into the mat on the wall. Hinkle tried to go coast to coast off the inbound, and Ashley Romig was trailing her and just swatted that one up against the wall. A 26-point game. Braves on top as they have been the whole way. Scored on their first possession and so far have not looked back. Here's Kelsey Schweitzer swinging it over to Morgan Brommel. Misses on a long two, but offensive rebound for St. Mary's. And a nice little scoop shot there by Cassidy Herbert to get it in. 39-15. Here's Jenna Kramer. A left-handed dribble. Gets it over to Ashley Romig. Swings it over to Kaylee Williams. And she's going to drive. Send it back out to the wing to Kramer for three. Off target. Rebounded by Hinkle. Hinkle on the drive. She wants to take it all the way again. Pass was intended for Brommel and actually bounced past her, but Cassidy Herbert was able to retrieve it and prevent the turnover. And here's Hinkle wanting to drive with her left hand into the lane. Now kicks it back out to Brommel. She shuffled her feet. That's going to be a travel. Another turnover for St. Mary, and it's going back the other way. 5:43 to go in the first half. Braves up 39-15. Thanks largely in part to 21 points by Kaylee Williams and 12 by Maddie Stewart. A lot of pressure on the inbound. They're able to break it. Here's Rashia Parker all the way. Misses the layup. I don't think she expected to be as open as she was, and she took an extra step and found herself under the basket. Couldn't quite get the angle right. And here's Dalis Reyes still looking for her first point. She drives into Ashley Romig, but Romig was moving her feet. She's going to be called for a foul. And actually, they're going to call that on Kaylee Williams, who was reaching in at it as she drove. Probably could have been a foul on Romig as well. Spear will come in to give Ashley Romig a break. There's the inbound to Dalos Reyes. Now she'll swing it over to Hinckley. Kicks it back out to Brommel for three. Off target. Rebounded by Brommel. She got her own board. There's another three-pointer. This one by Schweitzer. It's off target. This one rebounded by Kramer. To get it over to Hendricks to bring it down the court. Crosses midcourt with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Kramer looks to take it to the basket. He draws the foul. She'll go to the line for a pair. No points yet today for Kramer, but she'll get two free throws here. She is an 80% free throw shooter. Number one is up, and it is good. So Kramer is on the board now, as the Braves hit the 40-point mark. Melanie Romig preparing to check in. She'll have to wait till after the free throw. As Kramer sinks it, and Romig is going to come in for Kramer. 41-15. And they're going to keep up this full court pressure. Glebski passes it into Dalis Reyes. Dalis Reyes guarded by Williams. He passes it off to Golubski, who goes over and back with it. That's going to be another turnover. So the pressure defense continues to stymie St. Mary, who just does not seem prepared to handle it. It was not on the scouting report as they looked at the tape, because this is not something that Ottawa usually does for an entire game. Here's Williams for another three. This one rims out, so she proves that she is human today. Now a pass to Maddie Stewart for three. She's off target. Rebounded by Dalos Reyes. Coming back the other way from St. Mary. She passes it off. Now a layup miss. Rebounded by Kaylee Williams. She'll hand it off to Maddie Stewart, who will get it to the point guard, Kelsey Hendricks. Hendricks swings it over to Kaylee Williams on the left side. Finds Maddie Stewart, top of the key for three. Good! 15 points for Stewart, and OU wants a timeout. 44-15 with 4:15 to go in the second quarter. You're listening to OU Braves basketball on KOFO.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know experience matters on the court and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and let them put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse. The Braves called a quick timeout after Maddie Stewart knocked down that three to give her 15 points on the game, to work in a couple of substitutes and maybe change strategy a little bit here. I don't know. It does not look like they'll back off that full court press, though, and it actually looks like they'll move to a trap. And Dalis Reyes able to break that trap. Now she drives in. Looks like a charge. A lot of contact there. Should have been a call one way or another. But it ends up being a steal as she couldn't finish through all that contact. Here's Kaylee Williams looking to drive. Kicks it out to Melanie Romig. Romig swings it over to Hendricks. Hendricks will back off and restart the offense. Now she looks to drive. Kicks it over to Melanie Romig, who could only get a hand on it. Couldn't reel it in, and it goes out of bounds. That'll be a turnover for the Braves. St. Mary to throw it in. It's Sabrina Golubski throwing it in to Ashley Hinkle. Back to Golubski. Defended by King. Pass to Hinkle. Almost got past her. Now she'll get it over the half-court line. Defended by Hendricks. Swings it over to Kelsey Schweitzer. Defended by Kaylee Williams. Schweitzer will use a screen. Moves to her left. Now kicks it over to Dalis Reyes. Swings it to Hinckley in the corner. Now they'll work it inside. And here is Golubski missing. Kind of a wild hook shot attempt. Rebounded by King. Hendricks gets it over to Kaylee Williams on the left side. Williams swings it all the way over. Skip pass to Melanie Romig. Nice pass underneath to King, but it's knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by Sabrina Golubski of St. Mary. Avery Lumen is going to check in for Hendricks with 3:03 on the clock here in the first half. Lumen to throw it in. Finds Kaylee Williams, goes up through the contact. They'll say she shuffled her feet first. That's a travel. It'll come back the other way. 44-15, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Braves leading as they have almost literally the entire way as they scored on their first possession and just haven't looked back. Here's a three by St. Mary, way off target, but a long rebound goes to Dalis Reyes. She is fouled by Melanie Romig, who got all arm on that layup attempt. Coach is not happy with the rebounding effort. That is quite a few offensive rebounds they've given up. St. Mary just has not been able to capitalize on them. But their leading scorer, Dalis Reyes, is at the line, and she hit their first free throw to give her first point of the game. Sierra Tate will check into the game for Kelsey Schweitzer for the Spires. Dalis Reyes sets up for free throw number 2. And it's good. So she's got 2 points now, but she averages 15. Avery Lumen bringing it down, swings it over to Melanie Romig. Romig picks up her dribble, finds Lumen again, almost lost the ball. And she'll get it to Kaylee Williams. Now here's Jessica King getting into the lane. Nice move, couldn't quite finish as the little pull-up jumper rims out. With Dalis Reyes looking to drive, gets some contact, misses the layup, but she'll go to the line for another pair of free throws. Foul is called against Kaylee Williams. That's number 2 on her. 2 fouls, 21 points for Kaylee Williams. Maddie Stewart and Jenna Kramer are ready to check in after the upcoming free throw. Dalis Reyes, an 81% free throw shooter. She's now 3 of 3 as she hits the first one. Spear is going to check out of the game, as is King, as Kramer and Stewart come back in. Both Romigs on the floor, Melanie and Ashley for OU, along with Avery Lumen, Maddie Stewart, and Jetta Kramer. Second free throw, good. So she's a perfect 4 for 4 from the game, or for the game from the stripe. 44-19 the score, 2:23 to go here in the first half. Going to Avery Lumen, who's going to bring it down to court. setting up a play, swings it to Maddie Stewart, gets it over to Kramer. Thought about trying the entry pass to Ashley Romig. Now a skip pass back over to Kramer from the right side. Now they'll send it over to Lumen. Maddie Stewart gets the open look for three. She's got it. The Burlington Bomber with another three, up to 18 points. So between her and Kaylee Williams, they're outscoring St. Mary by 20 on their own. Here's Hinkle for St. Mary looking to drive on Avery Lumen. Lumen probably got away with a little bit of a push there. Badly missed two-pointer, and the rebound off Lumen's fingertips and out of bounds. That was Paige Shekel with the jump shot there. It was way off target. Lumen couldn't quite reel in the rebound before it careened out of bounds. Hinkle to throw it in. She'll find Sierra Tate. Tate swings it to the top of the key. Hinkle back to Tate. Tate looks to drive. They close in on her. She'll have to kick it back out. It's Gabby Hacker now handing it off to Hinkle. Tries the entry pass to Hacker. Nice little give and go there. St. Mary able to get the point. And they're down 26. A minute 15 to go in the first half. Lumen behind the timeline. Now she'll dribble up, kicks it over to Maddie Stewart. Lumen, a wide open three, passes it up, gets it to Kramer. The corner three misses. It's Caitlin Hughes bringing it down. Nice offensive board by the freshman. Lumen for three, the left-hander, short. Rebounded by St. Mary, but OU goes immediately to a trap. Can't force the turnover. Now St. Mary's got numbers coming back the other way. Hinkle's going to pull up for three. Rims out. Rebounded by St. Mary. Looks like a clean block by Maddie Stewart. She's going to get called for the foul. And just like her foul in the first quarter, when you go for a block from behind, you have to make sure it's clean. It's difficult to not at least get a little bit of the hand when you're reaching from an angle like that. 2 free throws upcoming for Paige Shekel. She will miss the first. Again, a freshman from Garnett, just about 20 miles south of where we are right now. Her second free throw also a miss, but she gets her own rebound. Now the pass into the backcourt. Finally gathered by St. Mary. Now the three-pointer is no good, but another offensive board for St. Mary. Braves will need to clean up the defensive glass a little bit if they want to preserve this lead. Not that they're in any danger of losing the lead at this point, but they're giving up too many open looks. And there's another one right there as Gabby Hacker got another offensive rebound, and she's fouled by Ashley Romig on the putback. That's the first foul of the game on Ashley Romig, but an unnecessary one. Got to crash the defensive board. 47-23, 26 seconds left in the first half. And Gabby Hacker looked like she was going for her own rebound as soon as she shot that. She went over the line before the ball touched the rim, so that's a lane violation. It would have missed anyway, but the ball will go to the Braves. No shot clock. They're up by 24, 47-23. After giving up 7 points in the first quarter, they've given up 16 here in the second. Full court pressure for St. Mary. Now they'll back it off as Maddie Stewart takes it over the half-court line. They're going to hold for the last shot. Hendricks way out away from the basket. Pass it over to Maddie Stewart. We're under 10 seconds now. She finds Hendricks underneath the basket. Nice cut by Kelsey Hendricks. 4 seconds left on the clock. They're not going to have time to shoot again. Clock expires, and the Braves are up 49-23 as we reach halftime. So what a first half of the first game of 2017 for the Braves. We'll be right back with the halftime show. You're listening to OU Braves basketball here on KOFO.
When quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call today and make sure your heating and cooling system is ready for the season at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Costantino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Costantino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
The Ottawa Shopper has a new look with new features. Never miss your favorite TV show with the TV Guides. Find area church times and the popular Kids Talk About God column on the church pages, and get useful employment tips from our weekly Q&A advice column. Call 242-4700 to get your Franklin County address added to our subscription list for free, or pick up the Ottawa Shopper at multiple racks around town. That's 242-4700.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
Need to know if your child's game or practice has been canceled due to weather? Sign up now for Ottawa Recreation Commission's text alerts. Go to orcottawaks.org to sign up or for more information.
And welcome to the Advantage Electric Braves halftime show here on KOFO. Whether you're building or remodeling, residential or commercial, get the electric advantage for your project. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main in Ottawa. Call 418-1218. And it was an electric first half for the OU Braves. And I'm sorry, I know that was cheesy, but it was too perfect to pass up. A 49-point first half where the Braves were just firing on all cylinders. And then they came out with a full-court defense, something we've not really seen much of, or at least not outside of late-game situations where you would expect to see it. They immediately went to a full-court, alternating sort of between just a straight full-court man-to-man look and then even a full-court man-to-man, full-court trapping press. And St. Mary's did not look at all prepared to handle it. Certainly was not able to adjust to it in that first quarter, turning it over 14 times in the first half. But the Braves, who have had their turnover issues of their own this year, did turn it over 8 times of their own, but still +6 in the turnover department. And certainly a big benefit for OU. And also another benefit for OU is having 2 seniors just lighting it up out there, as Kaylee Williams had 16 first quarter points, scored 5-1 the second to end up with 21. She's 8 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range. Then Maddie Stewart, the Burlington Bomber, 4 of 5 from three-point range. She's hit 2 more outside of that from inside the arc, as well as 2 free throws to give her 18 points. Now, the only downside is that Stewart does have 2 fouls, but Kaylee Williams just with 1, so no foul trouble for her. And they just were able to score in a variety of ways. Obviously, the three-point shooting between the 2 of them, they're 7 of 9, so that helps. But they were both able to get to the basket pretty effectively as well, and both able to hit both their free throws the time that they were sent to the line. Defensively, they've done a great job outside of one area. They've held St. Mary to just 8 of 37 shooting, but they've allowed 17 offensive rebounds. The Braves only have 6. Now, you do have to look at how many offensive rebounds are available, and more at the offensive rebounding percentage than just the sheer volume of it. But the Braves have missed 16 shots. They've rebounded 6 of those, so just under half, whereas, yes, St. Mary has missed 29 shots, but they've rebounded 17 of them. So more than half the time St. Mary has missed a shot, they've gotten to their own board. So you can't expect a team to shoot 22% from the floor for an entire game. So that will be one area where OU will need to clean things up a little bit. But that's really nitpicking. It's hard to find too much fault in a team that's leading by 26 at halftime, as the Braves are, again, 49-23, holding the Spire's leading scorer, Candy De Los Reyes, scoreless for the first quarter and a half. She finally got to the line a couple of times where she hit 4 free throws, so she does have 4 points now, but that's it. She's only been in the game for about 9.5 minutes, less than half of the first half. So that's their leading scorer and also leads the team in steals. So they've been able to really limit her effectiveness, and that's been big for OU. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and then we will be back with more of the Advantage Electric Halftime Show. You're listening to OU Braves basketball on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to all the teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
When it's time to pop the question, or if the answer has already been yes, then it's time to visit Sutton's Jewelry. Why not pull out all the stops for your special day with a style that will take her breath away? From the latest sparkle to artistic magic, Sutton's Jewelry stays on top of the latest trending jewelry designs. Sutton's in-house talented bench jeweler, Phil Sutton, can size any selection, and in-house repairs are always a quick turnaround. Sutton's Jewelry, 207 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
This is Dr. Adam Maxwell of Maxwell Chiropractic, serving you with chiropractic and wellness care at 225 South Walnut in Ottawa. Call 785-893-8272 for an appointment. As a former Cyclone, I wish this year's teams good luck, and I'm proud to be a supporter of Ottawa Cyclone Athletics.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
Welcome back to the Advantage Electric Halftime Show here on KOFO. We're bringing you OU Braves basketball live from Wilson Fieldhouse right here on beautiful OU campus right here in Ottawa, where the Braves women's team is off to a heck of a start here in 2017, up 49-23. After jumping out to a 28-8 lead through the first quarter, they then outscored the Spires 21-15 in the second, so able to be the better team in both the first two quarters and build up a significant lead. Really, once again, like we talked about in the first segment, the only area where they can really look to clean things up is the rebounding, where they have allowed 17 offensive rebounds to St. Mary, but it hasn't hurt them too badly so far. They've got 6 team steals, that's 6 team with an M steals, compared to St. Mary's 4. St. Mary has turned it over 14 times, the Braves just 8, so 8 turnovers not the ideal number for a single half, and we've mentioned that that is an area where the Braves have struggled at times, but you can turn the other team over 14, and 8's not nearly as bad a number in that respect. Ashley Romig, we haven't talked about, been fairly quiet, only 2 points, but does have 5 rebounds and a block. She also has an assist to her name. She's only 1 for 4 from the floor. She's not been heavily involved in the offense so far. They haven't looked to get it down into the post nearly as much as they have looked to drive and then kind of use that to open up some good looks out on the perimeter, which they have certainly generated. We talked about Kaylee Williams and Maddie Stewart combining for 7 of 9 from outside there as a team, 7 for 13 from three-point range, which is well above their season average of 34%. They're also 8 of 9 from the free throw line and 17 of 33 overall. So hitting more than half their shots just in general. So again, not much to complain about for the Braves. The leading scorers for St. Mary have been Cassidy Herbert, who is 2 for 4 from the line, one of those a three-pointer, and then Gabby Hacker, who is 2 for 3 from the floor, and then has hit 1 of 2 free throws. Cassidy Herbert also with 3 offensive rebounds. Amani White with a pair. Paige Shekel with 3 offensive rebounds off the bench. So, again, they've been able to find the ball when they've missed their own shots. And even we've had a few plays where they've got the player who missed the shot has gotten their own rebound, which you never want to allow that to happen. You've got to get a body on somebody when you turn after a shot to box someone out. We'll take another break and then be back with more of the Advantage Electric halftime show. You're listening to OU Braves basketball on KOFO.
Need to know if your child's game or practice has been canceled due to weather? Sign up now for Ottawa Recreation Commission's text alerts. Go to orcottawaks.org to sign up or for more information.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
This is Dr. Weston Zinner at Franklin County Chiropractic in Ottawa. We hope you're enjoying the game and remind you that whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, we can help relieve your pain for a better performance. Call 785-242-9393 for an appointment.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
Community journalism is thriving at the Ottawa Herald. 3 days a week in print and every day online, the Herald's award-winning staff covers the news that matters to you. Breaking news, sports, events, and so much more. Just as the Herald has done for more than 140 years. Call 242-4700 to subscribe today, or find us online at www.ottawaherald.com, on Facebook, or download our app.
And welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse, where we're only a couple minutes away from the beginning of the second half. The Braves have put themselves in pretty good position here with a 49-23 lead. And St. Mary was able to adjust a bit to the full court high pressure defense that the Braves came out with, but still not enough to gain any on the lead in that second quarter. In fact, the Braves were able to add 5 more points to it. So we'll see if the Braves keep up with that pressure or hang back a little bit, knowing that they do have a game in 2 days. It can be tough to turn around if you play a full court press the whole game and play another game 2 days later. We'll take one more break and then be back with the second half. You're listening to the Advantage Electric halftime show here on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
This is Lou Baker at CarStar Ottawa. Our technicians are highly trained, ICAR certified repair experts. We provide continued education for our employees and the latest equipment to ensure the highest quality repairs. We work hard at staying your #1 collision repair shop. 1-800-CARSTAR. Relax, we'll take it from here.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
And we are back in Ottawa at Wilson Fieldhouse, where the Braves are ready to try and finish off this game. They've got a pretty good start, up 26 points. as St. Mary throws it in. They've got a lot of work to do if they want to climb their way back into this one. This is Cassidy Herbert kicking it over to Kiara Tate, who drives, goes up and in off the backboard. And so the lead is down to 24. Maddie Stewart has the ball at the top of the key, gets it over to Kramer, swings it over to the right side to Kaylee Williams. Gets it, Maddie Stewart, nice little handoff play to Kaylee Williams, trying to draw the charge with Kiara Tate, but they're going to say she did not have position, and that's going to be a blocking foul. It looks like Kaylee Williams may have come down on her funny bone. She's holding her left elbow. Doesn't look at all interested in coming out of the game, though. As she steps to the free throw line, ready to add to her point total, which currently sits at 21 for the day. She's made both of her free throws so far in this game. Number one is up and good. 22 points, a game high for Kaylee Williams. Gabby Hacker subs back in for St. Mary. Free throw number two is up and good. 51-25. Braves lead 30 seconds into the second half. It's going to be Cassidy Harbor taking it down for St. Mary. She gets it to Schweitzer, looks to drive high off the glass and in. Nice move by Kelsey Schweitzer. Hendricks gets over to Ashley Romig, swings it to Jenna Kramer, finds Kaylee Williams at the top of the key. Got a Kaylee and a Kelsey out there. Kaylee swings it over. Hendricks to Maddie Stewart for three. Got it. 5 of 6 from outside is Maddie Stewart. 21 points for the senior as the Braves are doubling up St. Mary. 54-27. Here's Imani White at the top of the key. Swings it over to Hinkle. Now gets it over to Imani White. Drives, finishes through Maddie Stewart. Looks like she's sustained verticality, standing straight up with her arms in the air, but there was contact. Coach Tate asking for an explanation. Referee suggesting that it was contact with the body. Stewart's going to come out with her third foul, and King comes out onto the block. Free throws are good, and Hendricks brings it across the half-court line, defended by Hinkle. Now she gets it over to Jenna Kramer, whose pass floats into the air, and it's stolen by Dalis Reyes. Now there's a fight for it on the ground, and it looks like it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touched by St. Mary. Chelsea Hendricks to inbound underneath the basket. They'll send it into Ashley Romig. Fights through contact. Draws the foul. She'll go to the line for a pair of free throws. Her first trip to the free throw stripe today. On the season, this will be her 100th free throw attempt, where she hits 85%. The first shot is good. 55-30, 25-point game. Romig with 3 points. She'll look to make it 4. Up and good again. 4 points now for the senior Ashley Romig. They'll maintain the full court man-to-man defense. Here's Imani White looking to break the pressure. Gets it to Switzer. Passes it out to Ashley Hinkle, who knocks down the three from the corner. 56-33 now the score as Ashley Romig at the top of the key, swings over to Kaylee Williams, works it to King down low. She's going to post up Imani White, now kicks it out to Kaylee Williams. Nice move to open up a jump shot. It's short, rebounded by Imani White. White tried to hurry it down the court, but lost the handle on it for a moment, had to roll up to recover his possession. And here's Switzer out of the corner, looks to drive, now kicks it to Gabby Hacker. She's going to send it out to the right corner. Ashley Hinkle over to Hacker. Looks to drive on Ashley Romig. Blocked. Ashley Romig with rejection number 2 on the game. She tries to throw it off of Hacker's foot. get it to go out of bounds, and it looked like it might have stayed inbounds, but then apparently did touch the line. We'll go back the other way. Romig to throw it in to Hendricks. Hendricks setting up the offense. Drives to her right. Now kicks it over to Kaylee Williams in the corner. Williams drives the baseline. Takes a hard bump from Switzer, and that'll be a foul on the floor. Foul number 3, team foul number 3 on St. Mary. Personal foul number 1. And Hendricks will inbound again underneath the basket. So get it out to Kramer on the wing. Now gets it to Hendricks, who stepped on the line before dribbling. That'll be a turnover. The Braves up 23. St. Mary inbounds to Hinkle. Hinkle kicks it over to Switzer. Has a screen to her left. Now goes back to her right. Wants to drive. Now kicks it back out to Amani White. White thought about the three. She's only attempted 4 for the year and thought better of it. And here's Hinkle dribbling into the paint. Now kicks it out to Amani White. This time she will attempt the three, and it's way off. Rebounded by Kelsey Hendricks. Hendricks bringing it down. Working against Hinkle. She'll swing it over to Ashley Romig at the top of the key. Finds Kaylee Williams. Gets to the basket. Left hand. Good off the glass. 58-33, a 25-point lead for the Braves. Williams has 23. Hinkle looking for three. Open. Missed it. Air ball. Rebounded by Jenna Kramer. Now reaching in to try and gain back possession is Switzer, and she's going to force a jump ball. Kramer is able to hold on to it, but not able to get it to a teammate. Possession arrow does point in the Braves' favor, and they'll throw it in. Underneath their own basket. Hendricks to receive the inbound from Jessica King. Hendricks will set up the offense just under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dribbling over to her left, now working over to her right off the screen by Romig. Looks to hit Kramer on a backdoor cut, but it's picked off. Now coming back the other way, here's Hinckley. She's fouled. Hinkle. She is fouled by King, who went up for the block and got her with the body. Now Rashea Parker will be checking in for, let's see who's coming off. It'll be Hendricks coming off and Parker coming on. 5:41 remaining in the third quarter. It's 58-34 after that made free throw by Ashley Hinkle, the junior out of St. Joseph. Her second free throw is also good. Lead cut back down to 23. It hasn't been less than 20 since very early on in the second quarter. Parker to bring it down for OU. So swing it over to King, who swings it over to Kaylee Williams out on the left wing. Now they'll work it to King at the top of the post. Now she'll get it to the basket, off the glass and in. Nice move by King. And the lead back up to 25. Hinkle looking along the right side. Now she'll weave it into the middle. Kicks it out to De Los Reyes. Wants to dribble. Now she'll pass it over to Hinkle. Now a long two by De Los Reyes. Rims out. Offensive rebound by Amani White. And she manages to finish over Ashley Romig, which is not easy to do. Got to limit those offensive rebounds. Led directly to 2 points there. Ashley Romig with the reverse layup under the basket. Couldn't get it to fall. Now King fighting for the rebound. Now Romig going after the loose ball, but St. Mary is going to come up with it. Now it's Sierra Tate taking it the other way. She's out on the left wing, kicks it over to De Los Reyes, dribbling the baseline. She's going to dribble into, I believe it was Jessica King, who's called for the foul. Foul number 3 on King. 4:37 to go here in the third quarter. Braves up 23, 15-37. Ashley Romig is going to check out as Melissa Spear comes on. Front court of King and Spear, with Parker, Williams, and Kramer also on the floor. Here's De Los Reyes looking to get it into the lane. It's going to be a blocking foul called against Parker, who tried to draw the charge, but was a little late in stepping in front of De Los Reyes. Will be 2 shots for De Los Reyes, which is the free throw line is the only place she has scored so far. She's the team's leading scorer, averaging 15 a game, but she's got only 4 today, and they've all come off of free throws. First free throw is good. She is an 81% free throw shooter, so not someone you want to put on the line. The lead is cut to 22. She'll try and make it 21 with this shot, which is in. So 6 points for Candy De Los Reyes, and it's 60-39, a 21-point lead. And dangerous pass, reeled in by Kaylee Williams. Now a skip pass over to Jenna Kramer. She's going to drive the baseline, goes up. Looked like a lot of contact, no call. Tinkle's going to end up with the ball. She's looking to take it coast to coast. Now she kicks it out. Now Tate drives up and off the glass. Misses badly, and Kaylee Williams with the rebound. Williams wants to take it all the way. Williams goes up, off the glass, and in. Finishes. 62-39. It's going to be a 30-second timeout taken by the OU Braves. We'll take one of our own. The 23-point lead. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
This is Dr. Weston Zinner at Franklin County Chiropractic in Ottawa. We hope you're enjoying the game and remind you that whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, we can help relieve your pain for a better performance. Call 785-242-9393 for an appointment.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
And welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse, where the home team, the Ottawa Braves, lead the St. Mary's Spires 62-39. 21 points for Maddie Stewart, 23 points for Kaylee Williams. But some defensive lapses here in the third quarter, and despite the big lead, Coach Tate not especially happy with the team. He called that timeout there to have a talk with the team about some of the technical aspects of their play. We'll have a couple new players on the court as Melanie Romig comes in. So does Maddie Stewart. So it's Parker, Kramer, Melanie Romig, Leslie Spear, and Maddie Stewart on the floor. They'll continue the full court man-to-man defense. Reyes passes it over to Amani White. Gets it over the half-court line to Shekel, who drives and has it stolen by Maddie Stewart. Parker has her pass stolen by De Los Reyes, who's going to get an easy runaway layup. Coming back the other way. A lazy pass by Parker. Just floated it out there. And we talked about what a steal threat De Los Reyes is. And she showed why right there. Just jumped right into the passing lane. Ended up an easy run out. Here's Maddie Stewart for three. Are you kidding me? Maddie Stewart has been a cheat code today from three-point range. And up and off the glass. That is good for Amani White through the foul. Foul called against Leslie Spear. Maddie Stewart is now 6 of 7 from three-point range. If you were creating an NBA 2K character for her, three-point rating would have to be 99 based on today. Free throw is good. As I prove to everyone listening that I am a millennial, making the video game reference there. It's 65-44, 21-point game. Braves lead. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Maddie Stewart sending it off to Jenna Kramer. Swings it over to Hendricks. Hendricks working against De Los Reyes. Gets it back over to Stewart. Stewart's pass tipped but not stolen. Melanie Romig traps herself, able to get it out to Kramer. Now here's Hendricks. Nice move to get herself open. Now she'll kick it over to Kramer for three. It's missed. Hendricks able to get the rebound after it's tipped out by Melanie Romig. Heads up play by Romig to get it to the point guard. Hendricks working against De Los Reyes and Amani White. Bit of a trap. Now Melanie Romig swings out to Maddie Stewart for three. Good! Maddie Stewart is unconscious tonight. 7 for 8 from three-point range. She's got 27 points. Here's Amani White on the left side. Over to Hinkle. It's a 24-point game. Hinkle at the top of the key. Swings over to Amani White. Wants to drive. Gets a little bit of space up and in. Nice move by Amani White to get just a little bit of space and enough room to get it up and in over Leslie Spear. There's Melanie Romig has Spear wide open. She took a second too long to get it inside to her. And so White was able to reach in and hold on to the ball after Spear got the pass. It's going to be dual possession. Possession arrow pointing in St. Mary's direction, I believe. Yeah, the two teams had set up as though OU was going to get the throw in, but it is St. Mary's ball, so St. Mary will back off. The Braves will keep the full court man-to-man defense going. With Hinkle and White working it back and forth to break the pressure. Now they'll send it over to Switzer, gets it to Amani White, draws the foul as she goes up, tries to get it in off the glass. It's no good, but she'll go to the line for a pair of free throws. Just a 65% free throw shooter on the year. 2 fouls now on Melanie Romig. Amani White is far and away St. Mary's leading scorer with 12 so far. She'll get 2 free throws here. Number 1 is off the back of the rim and off to the left. Back and to the left, a miss. 68-46, 22-point game as Leslie Spear and Melanie Romig check off for Ashley Romig and Kaylee Williams. Or excuse me, that's Kaylee Williams is already in. That's Caitlin Hughes checking in for OU. Free throw number 2 for White. It almost rimmed out, ends up rolling in. 21-point game. Braves up 68-47, 1:40 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Hendricks working against Hinkle. Hendricks working back to her left, now swings it to Hughes at the top of the key, gets it over to Maddie Stewart. Stewart, nice move, tries to get it past White. White reaches out, called for the foul. It'll be foul number 3 on Amani White. But she's been too vital today for them to take her off. Hendricks to throw it in. Gets it to Ashley Romig. Nice move. Up and in. Off the glass. 6 points for her now. Now they're looking for a run out the other way. And a little foul called on Romig, who looked like she couldn't quite decide if she wanted to just let up and let her have the easy layup or try and go for the block, and she kind of did a little bit of both and ended up with just a little slap on the arm. The free throw by Switzer is good, and they pull back to within 20 with 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Hendricks bringing it down, working against Hinkle. She'll work it to Maddie Stewart. Top of the key, working against White. Loses track of the ball. Looks like it was last touched by Aspire. It'll be a throw into the Braves. 1:09 on the clock now in the third quarter. Hendricks to throw it in underneath the basket. And they'll get Ashley Romig the ball. Nice little scoop hook shot in the lane, but she's just a little bit off target with it. They'll try and quickly get it down the court. There's Schweitzer going up, misses, rebounded by Maddie Stewart. She's getting swarmed, but able to get it out to Ashley Romig, who finds Kaylee Williams, and now finally into the hands of the point guard, Kelsey Hendricks. Hendricks working against Hinkle, backs it out, swings it over to Maddie Stewart at the top of the key. Now here's Kaylee Williams on the left wing, defended by Dalis Reyes. There's a foul away from the ball as a body goes flying. It was Ashley Romig hitting the floor. And that's going to be a foul on Amani White. So that's 4 on her. So she's 1 foul away from fouling out. And she's really been the only offense St. Mary has been able to generate today. Or at least in the second half. Ashley Romig's first free throw is no good. She will shoot 2 as they're in the bonus. Maddie Stewart checks out, and Jessica King checks in for OU for the last 39 seconds here. Romig's second free throw up and good. 71-50. But St. Mary, if they made a shot on this possession, could bring the lead back to under 20 for the first time since very early in the second quarter. Here's Switzer driving. Aaron's layup attempt. I don't even think it hit the glass. Rebounded by King. shot clock is off. So you may just elect to hold it for the last shot here. Hendricks with the ball. Defended closely by Hinkle. Now here's King. A nice drive. Started all the way out on the wing. And took it right to the basket. Up and off the glass. The 23-point lead. 4 seconds left. Here's Amani White. Up. Missed the shot. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. So the Braves able to preserve that 20-plus point lead for the entire third quarter. They go into the fourth up 73-50. We'll be back with the last quarter here and at Wilson Fieldhouse. You're listening to OU Basketball on KOFO.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I impartially shopped the highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $26 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 1-800-329-4100. That's 1-800-329-4100. 1-800-329-4100. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price can vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
And we're back for one more quarter here in Ottawa, at least for the women's game. We've still got the second half of the doubleheader in store for you as the men's team is ready to take over as soon as this game is over. But it's 73-50 headed into the fourth quarter. It's been all Braves all the time. The lineup on the floor to start out the fourth will be Avery Lumen in at point guard. She's seen a decent amount of playing time today for the freshman. Kaylee Williams in, as is Ashley Romig, Jessica King, and Jenna Kramer. Lumen, the point guard, at the top of the key, gets to Ashley Romig. Finds Kaylee Williams on the backdoor cut, up and off the glass and in. Beautifully executed play. Kaylee Williams now has 29. It's been a race between her and Maddie Stewart to see who can lead this game in scoring. Here's Switzer, passes it out to Hinkle. Swings it back over to Switzer from the top of the key, off target. Rebounded by Kiara Tate. So Tate swings it out to Dalis Reyes, almost stolen by Kaylee Williams. Now blocked by Ashley Romig, her third rejection of the day. Possession held onto by St. Mary, but just barely. Almost kick it out to Golovsky. Over to Hinkle. Now here's Switzer, defended by Lumen. Loose ball. She's able to track it back down, but now she's trapped. And a foul called way out away from the basket. It's going to be called on Lumen for getting a little too physical on the trap there. It's Hinkle to throw it in. Gets it to Candy De Los Reyes. Top of the key. Had a foot on the line. Makes it to long two. 23-point lead now. Avery Lumen bringing it down for OU. Working against Hinkle. Has to pick up her dribble, and now it's stolen by De Los Reyes. She read that pass perfectly. Tipped into the hands of Hinkle. Now she gets it back to De Los Reyes, who goes up and in. And now St. Mary wants a timeout after making a little run. Try and discuss how to keep things going. Full timeout. We'll take a minute and be back with more from Wilson Fieldhouse. You're listening to OU Basketball here on KOFO.
Hi, I'm Dalton Evans. I'm 10 years old and happy to report that I've never had a cavity, thanks to brushing twice a day and 2 cleanings a year at Dr. Hale Family Dentistry.
Schedule your family's appointment today by calling 242-1800.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to all the teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
And we are back in Wilson Fieldhouse, and we just got things underway, and the ball looked to have been tipped out of bounds on a steal attempt by St. Mary, but the referees convene and say it went out of bounds off of Ottawa, so St. Mary will take over possession. Hinkle swings it over to Dallas Reyes, who's finally starting to get it going here in the second half, but probably too little too late. St. Mary has yet to push this to within 20 points since early on in the second quarter. There's a miss on a three-point attempt, rebounded by Kaylee Williams. Chelsea Hendricks to bring it down, gets it over the half-court line, swings it over to Ashley Romig at the top of the key, gets over to Jenna Kramer for three. A lot of arc on that one. She got it. Beautiful shot, pushes the lead back up to 24. Under 8 minutes to go. Hinkle swings it over to Switzer, looks to drive, now she backs it out. Swings it over to Dallas Reyes, looking to drive, now she'll get over to Hinkle. Now Switzer from the top of the key, passes up three, over to Hinkle for three. She'll miss, offensive rebound by Kiara Tate, and it's going to be a reach-in call on Chelsea Hendricks, trying to get the ball back out. .38 to go. 78-54. Braves leading this one handily. Switzer throws it in to Cassidy Herbert. Now here's Dallas Reyes on the wing. Gets it over to Tate, who goes up off the backboard and misses. That one knocked out of bounds by, they'll say it went off Romig. There'll be a throw in to St. Mary. Switzer throws it into Harbert in the backcourt. Gets it over to Switzer for an open three. Misses off target. Kaylee Williams with another rebound, but it's yanked out of her possession. Now Dallas Reyes ends up with the ball. Too hard off the glass. Now a loose ball foul is going for the rebound. I believe that's going to be on Kaylee Williams. It is. Number 3 on her. 7:11 to go. Switzer to throw it in under the basket. Gets over to Tate. Hands it off to Switzer. Hands it off. Now here's Harbert in the corner. Now she looks to work it out to Hinkle at the top of the key. Now back to Harbert. Uses a screen. Now kicks it over to Tate. Long two is good. Kiara Tate with her first points of the game. There's Kaylee Williams going the other way over to Kramer. Three-pointers in and out. Hendricks is the offensive board. Takes it back out to Kramer. Now she's going to drive. Looks like a lot of contact. They'll say it was a clean block. Out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. An inbound for the Braves. Hendricks to throw it in. Finds Kramer for an open three from the wing. Short, rebounded by St. Mary. Switzer looks to run. Gets it over to Dallas Reyes, or tries to at least. Put a little too much on that. She couldn't reel the pass in. Goes out of bounds. It'll be another turnover on St. Mary. 6:26 to go. Melanie Romig is going to check in for Jenna Kramer. Here's a throw-in. Maddie Stewart inbounding to Melanie Romig, who gets it back to Stewart. Stewart's going to try and bring it over the half-court line, but a little loose with the dribble, almost stolen. Now they're going to finally get into the hands of the short-handed point guard, freshman Chelsea Hendricks. Hendricks goes to the right, now swings it back to Stewart. She's going to get it inside to Romig. Again, it seems like an awful lot of contact, but they're letting a lot of that go today. Under 6 minutes now. Here's an open three for Dallas Reyes. Good, nothing but net. And now for the first time since early in the second quarter, St. Mary has chopped that lead to less than 20. It's 78-59 with 5:54 to go. We will go ahead and take a quick 30-second timeout and be back with more OU basketball on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And we're back in Wilson Fieldhouse, coming out of a timeout taken by St. Mary after a basket made it a 19-point game. St. Mary trying to claw their way back into this one, but only 5 minutes and 54 seconds in which to try and do that. They'll go to a full court press now, try and turn the Braves over. Inbound to Kramer, successful. She gets it back over to Stewart. Going to get it across the half-court line to Ashley Romig. Sends it over to Jenna Kramer, swings it to Melanie Romig, drives, and then tries to kick it back out to Kramer, and Kramer had already made a move. It wasn't there anymore. So the pressure defense works and generates a turnover. It'll be a throw-in for Imani White. 5:41 on the clock. They'll pass it into Hinkle to set up the offense. Hinkle working against Hendricks. They'll pass it over to Imani White, working against Ashley Romig down low. Goes up, draws some contact. No good, but she'll go to the line for a pair of shots. She missed both her last two. 3 fouls now on Ashley Romig, who's pleading her case to the referee. Here's the free throw for Imani White. Is in. Bounced a couple of times, but rolled in. The lead cut to 18. White's second free throw.
I answered you. I don't care if you like it or not. That's the answer.
What you're hearing in the background is an exchange between the referee and Coach Tate, who asked for an explanation and didn't get much of one on the foul call. Hendricks with the ball under pressure here. There's cross half court. Now a reach-in call goes against Cassidy Harbor. Team foul number 1, so nowhere near the bonus. Kramer to throw it in for OU. Kramer, and there's a foul away from the ball. That one also against Cassidy Harbor as she tried to fight through a screen and went a little high with her arms and kind of pushed Maddie Stewart in the chest. So 2 quick fouls on Harbor. Now a throw in for OU. Hendricks tries to get it to Kramer, barely saves it from going over and back, but then turns it over in the process. Now here's Harbor going the other way. She's fouled by Melanie Romig. She's going to go to the line for a pair. The lead down to 17. They could make it 15 if she hits both of these. Kaylee Williams ready to check back into the game. I would assume from the freshman Melanie Romig, who's been a little loose with the ball. But she's communicating with Jenna Kramer, so maybe Kramer is coming out. First free throw is good by Harbor. And no, it will be Melanie Romig, like I said initially. .78-62, second free throw by Harbert is good. The lead has been cut to 15 as Candy De Los Reyes comes back in for Harbert. St. Mary trying to turn this into a game after leading by trailing by as many as 29. So now a turnover on the throw-in, and here's Imani White off the glass, can't get it to go. Ashley Romig with the rebound. They're reaching in, trying to steal the ball. It's going to be called a jump ball. 2 different players trying to mug her after she gets the rebound. Certainly not limited to this game. You see it a lot, especially in the college game at all levels. You can practically dive on a player, and if you get your hands on the ball, it's usually going to be called a dual possession instead of a foul. And that's what happened there. De Los Reyes loses control. Now a nice outlet pass to Kaylee Williams, who goes up off the glass again. She cracks the 30-point mark. As the Braves push the lead back up to 17, Bruce Tate wants a 30-second timeout, and we will take one as well. 4:44 to go. You're listening to OU Braves basketball here on KOFO Sports.
It's the annual store-wide clearance sale at Messenger's Home Furnishings in South Ottawa. This is one of the biggest sales of the year and includes every category in the store. Reclining furniture, bedroom furniture, dining room furniture, youth furniture, sofa chairs, end tables, and much, much more. Save on closeouts of Serta iComfort, iSeries, and Perfect Sleeper mattresses while they last. Long-term interest-free financing is being offered, or you can use our free layaway and pay it off with your upcoming tax refund. Messenger's Home Furnishings is located just west of Sirloin Stockade on 23rd Street in South Ottawa.
We are back for the last 4 minutes and 44 seconds of this game that's gotten a little closer, but still a 17-point lead for the Braves. But they have surrendered the ball a little too many times to St. Mary, especially here in this fourth quarter. There's Hinkle over to Amani White, looking to drive. Goes up and misses the shot from point-blank range. Ashley Romig with the rebound, but now it's being tipped around. She ends up losing control of it, and now it ends up being called another jump ball. St. Mary just reaching and grabbing for the ball as soon as OU gets those rebounds. And that's 2 possessions in a row where they've been successful in getting a jump ball called, but now the possession arrow points to the Braves. Maddie Stewart to throw it in. She'll find Ashley Romig. Tries a long-distance pass, knocked around, finally ends up in the hands of Maddie Stewart. Going to cross half court with it. Stewart hands it off to Hendrick. Passes it to the wing. Kaylee Williams swings it back to Maddie Stewart. Stewart looking to drive, a little spin move. Now she'll find Ashley Romig. Great backdoor cut and a great find by Maddie Stewart to come up with the assist right there. Pushes the lead back up to 19 as we get down under 4 minutes to go. 9 points to the senior Ashley Romig. That's Stewart's second assist of the game. Now De Los Reyes is fouled by Kaylee Williams out on the wing. Way away from the basket, but that does put St. Mary into the bonus. So it'll be 2 free throws for De Los Reyes, who has not missed at the free throw stripe yet. Melanie Romig ready to check in. First free throw by De Los Reyes is good. Kaylee Williams will come off as Romig comes on. 3:50 to go in this game. The lead is 18. Candy De Los Reyes, after only 4 points the whole first half, is now up beyond her season average of 15 points per game. She is currently at 17. So a big second half for her. Now a steal by De Los Reyes. Hinkle gets it over to Switzer, looks to drive, now kicks it to Amani White. She'll drive off the glass too hard. Offensive rebound by Switzer, gets the putback up and in. This is now a 15-point game. Jenna Kramer looking to break the press, gets Hendrick. Hendrick started to drive, then kicked it back out to Maddie Stewart to slow things up. Smart move by the freshman there. Slow things to get the ball under control. Here's Jenna Kramer. Pass, wow. Hendricks was absolutely bulldozed as she tried to catch that pass. Hinkle knocked her to the ground. The ball rolls out of bounds. They'll say it was last touched by Hendricks, so St. Mary able to somehow end up with the ball out of that play. Hinkle to bring it across midcourt for St. Mary. She'll use a screen, go to her right, gets it to De Los Reyes, kicks it over to Amani White. White will back it out. Over to Hinkle. Hinkle working against Parker, kicks it out to Tate. And here's De Los Reyes driving. She's fouled on the floor by Melanie Romig, but they're in the bonus. It'll be 2 more free throws. They can push it to 13 here if she makes them both. She's not missed from the stripe yet. 2:47 to go. 82-67. First free throw is up and good. 18 points now for Candy De Los Reyes as Kaylee Williams checks back in for Melanie Romig. De Los Reyes, free throw number 2, good. 82-69. The lead is a baker's dozen for OU. Maddie Stewart to throw it in. Now they'll hand under the ball. Full court pressure. They'll get it into Ashley Romig. Back to Stewart. Stewart now trapped, double teamed in the backcourt. They still need to cross half court. They get it over to Kaylee Williams. But now she's going to be trapped over on the sideline, and she's fouled. Foul against Candy De Los Reyes, her second, but only team foul number 3, so not yet in the bonus. Kaylee Williams to throw it in. She'll look to get it to Parker on the other side of half court. She'll bring it over to the timeline, then hand it off to Maddie Stewart. Maddie Stewart looking to drive. Now she'll back it out. Picks up her dribble, dumps it, tries to dump it inside to Ashley Roma, gets stolen. But Harbord tried to lead De Los Reyes with that pass and led her by too much, and it goes out of bounds. So OU fortunate that ended up being just an exchange of turnovers as Kelsey Hendricks checks back in for Parker. Maddie Stewart to throw it in. She'll get it to Kaylee Williams. Williams taking her time, defended by De Los Reyes. She'll cross half court, now cross the timeline, gets it to Maddie Stewart. Give and go, gets it back to Kaylee Williams, and she's fouled. I believe this was in the process of shooting. No? They'll say it was on the floor. That's foul number 4 on St. Mary, so the next one will put OU in the bonus. Hendricks to throw it in, lofts it up to Ashley Romig, who is quickly fouled by Kiera Tate, and now they're in the bonus, and Romig will go to the line for a pair. Freshman Caitlin Hughes ready to check into the game. Romig's first free throw is good. Pushes the lead back up to 14. With 2:03 left, start to feel a little more confident in this lead. Looks a little shaky there, even though the lead's been double digits the whole time. St. Mary has really dominated the fourth quarter for the most part. Romig misses that second free throw, and Hinkle taking it down for St. Mary. Gets it out to De Los Reyes. Gets it into the lane. She's going to be fouled. So 2 more free throws upcoming. I believe De Los Reyes is 10 for 10, if not 12 for 12 from the free throw line today. The lead is 16 with 1:55 to go. Free throw number 1 is good. She still hasn't missed. Hughes will check off as Kaylee Williams comes back on. So a lot of substitutions in that backcourt here down the stretch. Stewart and Romig, the reliable seniors, have stayed in. Second free throw is good. Still perfect at the line. 83-70, the lead for OU. Maddie Stewart to throw it in. She'll look to inbound to Kaylee Williams, who gets it right back to Stewart. Stewart defended by Switzer. Fouled as she tries to cross half court with it. She'll go to the line. She's at 27 points. Can try and push it a little closer to the 30-point mark, which Kaylee Williams has already surpassed with 31 on the day. Stewart's first free throw up and nothing but net. 84-71. 28 points now on the day for the senior, Maddie Stewart. Number 2 up, a lot of arc on that one, and it rolls all the way around the rim and falls in. 85-71, 14-point game. De Los Reyes looks to drive. She's going to be fouled. So a lot of fouling on both sides of the court now in these last few possessions. De Los Reyes once again to the free throw line, where she is still perfect today. Makes the first free throw. She's up to 21 points, no, 22 points now. After a 4-point first half. She's got 18, and now it rims out. She finally missed a free throw. Ashley Romig pulls down the board, fires it over to Kaylee Williams, and gets it over to Maddie Stewart. Stewart looking to push it against Tinkle. Now she's going to back it out. Double team. Finds Ashley Romig at the top of the key. Defended by White. Now she gets it over to Kaylee Williams. Williams looks to drive, lost control. De Los Reyes over to Amani White. Had her shot blocked, but a foul called against Ashley Romig. And that is going to be number 4. So she does still have 1 to give. Thought she may have fouled out there. Not quite the case. Amani White to the free throw line, a 65% shooter for the year. First free throw rattles in. The lead is 12 with 1:18 to go. Switzer and De Los Reyes on the low block for St. Mary. Maddie Stewart and Ashley Romig down there in position for OU. Second free throw, swish, nothing but net. The lead cut to 11. The smallest it's been since the first quarter. Still only 1:18 left, so St. Mary will have to really try a frantic comeback if they want to claw their way back into this one. Maddie Stewart trying to throw it in. She's going to have to call a timeout. Kaylee Williams was motioning to her to lead her down the court as there was nobody behind her, and she had sealed off her defender, but Stewart didn't see it in time and elected to call the timeout. So we'll take a quick break of our own and then be back with the last 1:18. It's an 11-point game now in Ottawa. You're listening to OU basketball on KOFO.
Is that a 747?
Only Taco Bell's $5 Cravings deal has 5 of your favorites in one box.
How do planes fly?
So you don't spend your lunch break deciding what's for lunch.
700,000 pounds in the air and no one questions it?
Freeing your mind for so many other thoughts.
I mean...
They're just planes, man. Get over it. Taco Bell's $5 Cravings box with a cheesy gordita crunch, burrito supreme, taco, nachos, and a Baja Blast. It's the only lunch that frees your mind and your cravings. At participating locations, prices may vary. Tax extra.
And welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse, where the lead that has been as much as 29 has been cut all the way down to 11 by St. Mary, but they are running out of time with 1:18 left on the clock, and OU about to throw the ball in. They'll no doubt see more full-court press as St. Mary has found some success turning the Braves over, especially here in the second half and especially in the fourth quarter as they've eaten into this lead. Maddie Stewart will throw it in. She has 29 points today, but is not even the team's leading scorer, as Kaylee Williams has 31. Here's the inbound. She finds Kaylee Williams on the run, goes up for the layup, and it's good. Make that 33 for Kaylee Williams. That's exactly what Kaylee Williams was calling for on the previous throw-in when Maddie Stewart ended up calling a timeout. Here's De Los Reyes driving, nice little left-handed layup, and now we'll see a timeout called by St. Mary. And we'll go ahead and take 30 seconds and then be back with the last minute and 4 seconds. From Wilson Fieldhouse here in Ottawa, you're listening to Braves basketball.
Follow your favorite area high school or Ottawa University team with the KOFO Sports Guide. The KOFO Sports Guide features your team's schedule from football and volleyball to wrestling and basketball, golf, soccer, tennis, baseball, softball, and track. Pick up your free KOFO Sports Guide at these following locations: Keith King State Farm Insurance, Beckman Motors, Ottawa Family Physicians, QSI, Wise Guys Construction, Osage County Attorney's Office, Brandon Jones, or check it out online at KOFO.com.
And we are back once again. Just 1 minute and 4 seconds left on the clock, but that lead just keeps getting smaller. It's at 11 right now, 87-76. Been as high as 29. But the St. Mary's Fires are running out of time. And the Braves, with a nice little play on that last inbound, looked like by design, as it was open on the previous inbound, but Maddie Stewart had to call a timeout as she was running out of time before the 5-second violation. But Kaylee Williams able to break away from her defender, and the pass into the onto the other side of the court led to a run-out layup. Now they'll pass it around, trying to break this press. Ashley Romig barely snatched that ball out of the air, almost stolen. Maddie Stewart with the ball out on the wing. dealing with a lot of contact, and De Los Reyes called for the foul. Maddie Stewart will go to the line to try and push her point total up over the 30-point mark. 51.7 left on the clock. Even if momentum has been going St. Mary's way, Stewart hits that free throw to get to the 30-point mark. Even if momentum is going St. Mary's way, the clock is not. Time may have run out on the Spire's comeback attempt as Stewart hits the second free throw to make this a 13-point game again. Here's De Los Reyes driving again, fouled again. And depending on who that foul's on, it's Ashley Romig, so she is done for the night with 46.3 left on the clock. Kaylee Williams will check back in for her. She had just checked out for Caitlin Hughes. De Los Reyes has only missed once from the line. I believe she shot 14, if I'm not mistaken. Hits the first one here. 89-77. Again, 46.3 to go on the clock. All the fouls and timeouts have taken us to where the men's game may start a little late. Jenna Kramer went for the rebound on that missed free throw and couldn't rail it in, so that goes out of bounds, last touched by her. And a three-pointer would actually make this a single-digit game now as St. Mary prepares to throw it in. It'll be Switzer to throw it in along the baseline. Finds De Los Reyes. She'll pass it over to Summer France. Gets it to White, misses the layup, gets her own rebound, now misses that one, rebounded by Maddie Stewart. She's fouled hard by Amani White. 33 seconds left now. It's a 12-point game. Stewart to the line for another pair of free throws. First one is up, and it's in. So she could tie Kaylee Williams with a game-high 33 points here if she makes this one. And rims out. 90-77. De Los Reyes again off the glass, misses. Rebounded by Kramer. And a quick foul by France. 24.1 to go on the clock. Kramer to the line for a pair. As OU is now just salting away this victory, they're going to improve to 6-3 on the season in KCAC play. Even if this game didn't turn out the way it looked like it might have when they went up by as many as 29 and took a 26-point lead into halftime. It has gotten significantly closer, but they have held on to the lead and have kept it at least in double digits as Kramer hits the first, misses the second. France puts up a three, air ball. De Los Reyes misses her putback attempt, and now Kaylee Williams fouled underneath the basket after she got the rebound. 15.2 seconds left. Not much point in fouling anymore. They're down by 14. With 15 seconds on the clock, Kaylee Williams will go to the line to try and add to her point total of 33. Steps up to the stripe. Free throw number one, up and good. 34 points today for the senior, Kaylee Williams. Averaging 13. Second one rims in. 93-77, 16-point game. 35 points for Kaylee Williams. Here's a three by De Los Reyes. She makes it. And for whatever reason, St. Mary's is going to call a timeout with 10.9 seconds left, down 13 points. So we will take, hopefully, one more break and then be back with the remainder of this one as OU has it all but salted away. You're listening to Braves basketball.
Geico Saving Stories. Nikki Peasley was happily married to Scott. However, something between them changed after Scott spent 15 minutes on Geico.com.
Constant gifts, chocolates, flowers, like he discovered a cash tree.
Cash tree, indeed. Unbeknownst to Nikki, Scott had saved hundreds of dollars on their car insurance by switching to Geico.
His gifts never stop.
Geico. Spend 15 minutes and 15% or more in savings could be gifted to you.
Coach Bruce Erickson must have one heck of a plan drawn up to come back from 13 points down with 11 seconds remaining. And he just called another timeout. We'll just keep it right here, folks. Bruce Erickson is masterminding a 13-point comeback here in the last 11 seconds of this basketball game. Unless there is a 10-point line that I'm unaware of, a comeback seems unlikely, but he had the timeout to burn. 93-80, the Braves lead. Hendricks to throw it in for OU. And we're going to put it in play. Finds Maddie Stewart, who's just going to hold on to it. And they are going to foul with 7 seconds to go and down 13. Once they get the ball back, they must have one heck of a plan. Maddie Stewart, with her 32 points, will go to the line to shoot another pair. First one is in and out. Second free throw up and short. St. Mary going back the other way. 4 seconds, three. Tinkle goes up with it off the backboard and in. So the basket counts, but it draws them to within 11. It'll be a 93-82 victory for the Ottawa Braves. We'll take a quick break and then be back with the recap. You're listening to Braves basketball here on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Kick off the first weekend of the year at Macy's with 50 to 75% savings. Plus, use your Macy's card or savings pass and save an extra 20 or 15%. Save on incredible specials like Charter Club sweaters for her, $19.99. Boots for her, 50% off. Active gear, accessories, yoga mats, and more, 25% off. It's Macy's Super Weekend Sale going on now. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply. Extra savings also excludes specials.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions, and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
Oh, fresh powder. I'll get the skis.
Ugh, I can't.
Winter nasal congestion. Is it A, cold, B, sinus pressure, C, allergies?
I'm not sure.
For all of the above, the answer is D, Allegra D, a maximum strength decongestant, plus a powerful non-drowsy antihistamine for 24 hours of relief.
Feel better?
Yep. Feel like racing?
Hey, wait!
This winter, the answer is Allegra D. Look for Allegra D at the pharmacy counter. Use as directed.
And welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse, where we finally made it through that women's game that lasted over an hour and 50 minutes. The Braves came out on fire with a full-court defense that we haven't really seen much of this year, and really had befuddled St. Mary throughout that first half, outscoring them 28-8 in the first quarter. and taking a 49-23 lead into halftime. But then in the second half, St. Mary made some adjustments and cranked up the defensive pressure on their own. Outscored the Braves 27-24 and then 32-20 in the fourth quarter. So totaling 59 points in the second half by St. Mary, but even that was not enough to come all the way back. The Braves led by as many as 29 and had the lead cut down to as little as 11, but St. Mary could never push it to single digits as this one ends with a score of 93-82. The Braves now 10-7 on the season overall, 6-3 in conference. St. Mary's dropped to 4-5. The Braves led in scoring by two seniors, Kaylee Williams, putting up 35 today, 13 of 16 shooting, and then Maddie Stewart with 32, 9 of 11 shooting, 7 of 8 from outside. So a fantastic day for the two seniors. That will do it for the women's game. We'll have the Wise Guys Construction pregame show for the men's game here in just a couple of minutes. Once again, Braves win. They will advance to 6-3 in KCAC play. You've been listening to OU Braves basketball on KOFO.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by State Farm Insurance agent Ryan Dispro, Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa University, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, Kramer Pharmacy, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Cosentino's Price Chopper, State Farm Insurance agent Keith King, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, People's Bank, Advantage Electric, Quality Structures Incorporated, and Maxwell Chiropractic. For more information about our next OU Brave sports broadcast, log on to the KOFO sports page at KOFO.com and listen to 103.7 FM for the KOFO sports calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.